This is the MTPredictor weekly update for June 24th. Just a quick update this week. We've kind of set in the stage here. We've got the end of a quarter here as it's coming. June comes to a close, and that means we're going to have the institutions some window dressing and stuff, making those quarterly statements look good for the clients. So we might see some divergences in the market. We're in an area of at least in the S&P and in the Dow and the Nasdaq, what we call our decision point area, and just to kind of go over this, where we've been and where we are here. Here's the significant high that we looked at in the S&P. This came from the weekly chart. Because it was we considered a significant high, we looked at this move off of this impulse move down here as a wave 1. Again, this being a wave 2. We projected wave 3 down in the weekly update, looking for that 1300 area in the ES, which was wave 3, our typical wave 3 target, which we got. A move then into wave 4, and then finally into wave 5, where our decision point buy signal came in, because we were expecting then, as is typical, a correction back to the wave 4 DP. Right, so that trade came right into the decision point resistance area. Again, we call it a decision point because the market needs to make a decision here. If they take this area out to the upside, it's telling us that this whole 5-wave pattern down will get erased. If this holds as resistance, then the prior trend, which was down, should continue down. So here we are, still trading kind of in this decision point area. If we look at the weekly chart, there's a pattern that we looked at last week. If we put the analysis on here, the Elliott wave, you see the weekly came into wave 4 here, and then we projected up wave 5. You see we've got a nice blue buyer's candle telling us the buyers were overcoming the sellers in the support area. Now, obviously, we had the Fed meeting last week. The market didn't like what it heard from the Fed. In other words, no immediate QE3 is in the works, so market sold off there. But let's project up wave 5 here on the weekly chart, and we'll see where that target is. And we already projected this last week, but we're just kind of going over this again. So here's our minimum wave 5 target here, again on the chart ahead of time, what we call a leading indicator, and that sits right around 1389 in the ES, with the typical wave 5, the next target there right around 14, almost 1480. And we can also take a decision point off of this top of wave 3. This will be another area of resistance that kind of splits these targets. That comes in around 1432. That's obviously bigger picture stuff, weekly chart of the S&P, but that's what we're looking at here. So keep your powder dry at the end of the quarter, especially the last day of the quarter, the last day of the trading month can be a particularly difficult day. We just we got out of options expiration. Again, the market rallied into options expiration as we anticipated, as it does about 70% of the time. And we rallied into that decision point area on the daily chart like we anticipated. Now it's kind of a wait and see. Kind of still leaning towards the long side here based on the weekly pattern. But because the markets, like I said, didn't get what they wanted from the Fed, again, this decision point area I think is going to be an area they kind of play around for a while in this area before we break one way or the other. As far as this daily pattern goes, the other another option here is that we pull back a little deeper here into a potential wave 2. And let's see. Let's look for down wave 2. Okay, right into this area, which would start around 1307 all the way down to around 1277 in the ES here. So that area could be a good area of support. And if this is a major bottom, which we saw it was a 5-wave pattern down, this could potentially be a wave 1, as you see here, wave 2, and then we could have a big move into wave 3 that would play into our wave 5 up on the weekly chart. So keep an eye on that. We'll cover the other markets next week. I just wanted to do a quick update here. Running a little late this week. Doing an article for Traders World magazine. Hopefully that'll be published at the end of the summer. We'll show you a couple things on the website at MTPredictor.us. If you haven't already gotten the free PDF, the Introduction to MT Predictor, you can get that here. Just enter your name and email and click submit, and we'll send you that PDF file. You can poke around the website here, a lot of good stuff. Of course, the weekly market updates will be listed here. If you want to check out the software, the different versions that we offer here, and our new trade module, which works with the add-ons for Ninja 7. Performance figures there if you want to take a look at those. Some of the industry reviews and individual reviews there, and of course the pricing. If you do want to start the trial, you can do so. The versions the software runs on are here, and the way we work is we only charge you $95 up front. You have 15 days to evaluate the software. If you decide you want to keep it, you don't have to do anything. You'll just be charged the balance after day 15. If you decide you want to cancel, just do so within the 15-day trial, and you won't be billed the balance. All right, we'll leave it there. Have a great trading week, and we'll see you back next Sunday night.